Hey guys, Chris and Angela here. We're excited to show you another project we recently completed in Westchester for Joe and Stacy.
Hi, we're Joe and Stacy. We found Westchester Design Build through Angie's List, actually. Contacted you guys. From the get-go, it was, hey, this feels like the right company to work with.
Joe works locally in the pharmaceutical industry, and Stacy is currently home with her 2 young sons and is actually expecting her 3rd in the near future.
So Joe and Stacy have a big problem with their really small master bathroom. The storage has become an issue. It's totally out of date, and the worst part of all, it's leaking on them.
And as you can imagine, with baby number 3 on the way, they are definitely ready to tackle this once and for all, get it complete, and move on to enjoying the next season of their family.
So Joe and Stacy had interviewed several contractors for this bathroom renovation. One of them they were concerned because the number came in way too low, and that was a red flag. The other contractor wanted most of the money down up front, even before doing the project.
And obviously they were wise enough to not fall for this trick, and that's when they called us. After a great conversation on the phone, a visit to the office to meet the team, they hired us to finally solve this bathroom problem.
I'm just hoping for a much more functional, beautiful bathroom that actually has storage.
So now that we've partnered with Joe and Stacy for their bathroom renovation, we're going to get our designers involved.
One challenge with this bathroom was certainly its size. Just a few extra feet of space made a huge difference for Joe and Stacy. To get that space, we used 3 space-saving solutions. The first one, a wall-mounted vanity. The second one, a wall-mounted toilet where the tank is actually inside the wall itself. And the third one was using full glass shower doors at the shower to open up the space.
I loved working with Joe and Stacy on this project because of their modern aesthetic. Some of the tricks that we use to make a space feel even larger is large format tiles. We also used a lot of gray and white in the space, and then to warm it back up, we used pebbles in the shower floor and then a walnut vanity.
Today we are at Avalon Flooring in King of Prussia. We came here to pick out floor tile, shower floor tile, wall tile, grout, and any transition pieces we might need. I'd say we were pretty successful. We got everything checked on our list.
I was surprised to actually get it all picked out within an hour and a half. Yeah.
It was surprisingly easy compared to what we've done in the past.
Yeah.
Thanks, Anna.
Quick decision makers.
For Joe and Stacy's project, the next important part is the kickoff meeting. That is the bridge between the stage of the project being on paper, designed, and priced, and the stage actually coming into the production stage. So at the kickoff meeting, we sit down with the client and we go through a checklist. We have a bunch of questions for them and they have questions for us. And then we'll do a walkthrough through the space and the spaces that are going to be affected, and we'll actually pick up stuff during that stage that nobody would have ever known. The first thing we always do when we come in a house is we do dust protection and dirt protection, because we're going to be going in every day multiple times. And up in the bedroom area, we'll put barriers to control the air movement. So Joe and Stacy's project, the demolition stage, is pretty fun. Right away we go ahead at it and we first disconnect the water. And then we'll pull the tile off the walls. Walls first, ceiling last is the general rule. And then take everything out that's obviously not in the plans. I'm fired up, ready to go. Now at the end of the demolition stage, we have a blank canvas to work with. Moving forward, it becomes even more exciting. In the framing stage, the big deal, which would not seem like a lot, but you should see the bathroom, how small it was this way, the long ways. We were able to move the wall a little bit with Jim's help, added 25% more space to a super tight bathroom, but yet we didn't encroach any of the living space. Okay, so the next stage in the process, we do a walkthrough with the electrician and the client.
How you doing? Joe. Josh. Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you too. So what we're going to do first is we're just going through a walkthrough today and figuring out, determining where we're going to put outlets and switch locations and where we're going to put light locations. By code, we have to put GFCI, protected receptacles. GFI receptacle is basically a receptacle with a little reset button on it that in the event that something happens, like you drop your hairdryer into the sink, it will trip and basically save you from being electrocuted.
Electric, we go for location, location, location. We go with location, the recessed lighting, the bath fan. I mean, they're gonna be using it for years to come, so why not make it exactly what they want? So one of the big problems was they had a leak in their house. And it was not just in the bathroom, it was going down through to the second bathroom on the first floor, and the ceiling was starting to rot. The first thing we did after demolition, I went in there to look for that, and I couldn't tell where the leak was. Joe and Stacy had multiple people come over in the past, and they couldn't figure out what it was. So what happened is it rained one day, and I found out where it was. And I could see little beads of water. It was very difficult to find, but we noticed, and eventually I found out where it was. I fixed it fairly quick and easy just because we were able to have all the walls out of the way. And there's no other way that could have really been troubleshoot other than tear out the bathroom. So that was easy to solve. Something unique about this project was we did an in-the-wall toilet. The tank is behind the drywall in the wall. They can be tricky. Not every plumber can do them easily, but we pulled it off pretty good and it saved them 10 inches of space just because of that little thing. The drywall stage is very fun. Well, first we'll do the drywall and then we'll do the tile. In this case, everything that you're seeing and the selections that you're making are really taking shape. There's this lull between the framing stage and actually seeing a big difference. The drywall stage really makes the space take shape, and then they get really excited again.
You know, we are 3 weeks into this project, and with any other project, I should be pulling my hair out and stressed out and whatnot. This is going so smoothly, and right now, the tile, I mean, obviously it's still in progress here in the background, but it just looks gorgeous. Everything lines up perfectly. It looks like it was carefully mapped out, thought through. It's coming together so beautifully. I'm really happy.
This is how we wrap up the project. We have cleaners come through. Every case, actually, Westchester Design Build has professional cleaners come through at the end of the project to clean areas that were disturbed. I'm really happy about this bathroom, and I hope the homeowners are too.
We're on time and we're within 3% budget of our target budget with all the materials that we wanted. The big thing for us was we knocked into a closet, reframed the bathroom, added about 30% more size to it in terms of length, and that allowed us to put in a bigger sink. We put in a wall-mounted toilet, which actually opened up the floor plan a lot, but all of a sudden it now feels like a really nice sized bathroom.
So I'm a stay-at-home mom with my kids, and they're not quite in
school every day yet. So working with Ryan and the team that you guys chose was really nice. There was no, I've had issues in the past with profanity or just the house being a complete mess and no one caring and cleaning up after. So that didn't happen.
Everything's nicely laid out. We have storage. We can actually put things away rather than leave them out all the time. And now it comfortably fits 2 people, even though it's still a pretty modest sized space.
And when we go to sell, someone won't say immediately it's a really small master bathroom.
Yeah, now they're going to say, wow, that's a really nice master bathroom.
Yeah.
Wow, what an incredible transformation. I know they will love this new space for years to come.
Love seeing a project like that come together. That bathroom went from small and outdated to modern and sleek. Joe and Stacy, you did a great job working with our team and our process. If you're thinking about a project but don't know where to begin, call us. We'd be glad to help guide you in the right direction.